Hello, everyone. Can we please see everyone here so we can see who all have joined, who all are here? It's been a slow start this morning. Everyone's just been joining in. I see a few of your screens on. Please have all your screens on. We know we're talking to you. I'm just going to see how to spotlight this for everyone. Okay. Hello and a very, very good morning to everyone. A very warm Thursday to everyone. We logged on and we were like checking for all our familiar faces to come back so that we can speak to you, we can be with you. This year, one of the things we really wish to do is be part of your journey of change. We started 2023 on the note of beginning change, of gratitude, of deciding our action steps, and of taking those action steps. Last week as well, we spoke about moving forward with those and whether everyone was really getting to the point of making those shifts or not. So today, firstly, please, guys, cameras on. Today, I ask each of you again, where are you on your journey of making shift? Has 2023 brought any shift for you? Have you taken the action steps? Have you been taking note of what you're thankful for? Have there been any changes? Yes or no? Quick show of hands or simply on the chat as well. Please tell us yes or no. And that gives us direction as to how to move ahead with this. And where it is that everyone needs help, where is it that we want to make that shift happen? So as of now, I can see Jaisal and Vachala. Please give me an indication as to yes, no, anything. What is it? Yes, Vachala says yes. How about you, Jaisal? And everyone else, can we have our cameras on or not? Because we're also considering the Thursday Thought Clinic. In fact, we were going to make it a particular topic, and seeing that everyone is right where they're at, considering there are people on the meeting, there is still not responses as to whether people have made that shift or not. A lot of us seem stuck in our old patterns, and of course, when nudged again and again as to have you made the shift? Have you made the shift? What is happening? Where are you? When that accountability comes to play, is when we begin to shy away a little bit as to what and where we are stuck. A big thing that we wish to address today is why we choose to be stuck. Whether we choose to be stuck in the patterns that we're already in the space that we've already created for ourselves. So I know that life is going on and it's going on as usual. To change it takes a lot of courage. To take any decisive steps ahead, to follow through with the steps, of course, it needs a lot of courage. It needs a lot of self-discipline to do that. We call it motivation sometimes, saying, yeah, I really wanted to do this and I was so pumped to do this. But then, I don't know, I just didn't feel motivated enough. And the next day, I just couldn't get up. So whether it's being stuck in old habits, whether it's being stuck with the weight that you may be wanting to get off, whether it is being stuck in a relationship where the same patterns continue again and again and again, where to change anything within that dynamic, we keep waiting for the other person to change, for something else to change on the outside, but the only dynamic that is in our control is us. And understanding that we're a very important part of that equation. If we change any of that equation, we can significantly change the outcome of how and what that relationship is for us in our lives. Similarly, being stuck in any job as well. When we look at the feeling of being stuck, really there are few center points that are there at the middle of all of this. Now, we were actually thinking of doing the releases, talking about the feeling of being stuck, all of that as a week-long module for everyone. But that is only if we see participation over here. If we see that everyone is around, the people that are joining the sessions are at least there, so that the effort that we would be putting in to come in consistently every day at a particular time to make those releases happen also are worth it. If people over here are not around, then we might just do it as a module that people can choose to do and purchase at their own time, at their own convenience. And then it becomes a module which is paid, so people can do it when they're really interested and ready to change. So we'll be taking a poll later as well on the chat as to how many people are committed to the process of change, how many people would really want to do that and will be here on time, so that we can then make it something that at least for this module that we're doing it on a daily basis, so that people can actually begin to experience that shift. Okay, so feeling, I see Jaisal's hand only up. Okay, so feeling of being stuck. So today I'm going to very briefly talk to you about it. We're going to take the poll after we're done with the session, see how everyone feels about it, and then we're going to move forward. Okay, so today we want to talk about the feeling of being stuck. Each of us, so many times in life when we want to move ahead, anywhere that you might be feeling stuck, or you feel like within your life there are certain areas where things are stuck for you. That could be your finances that have been feeling stuck, or you want to make the sale of a house that is not happening for yourself. You're stuck in a legal case. You're stuck in any situation. So when a feeling of being stuck really manifests outside within your surroundings, is when it feels very, very pronounced, is when our mind is blaring at us that this is something that really needs to get out. Bring this out, bring this about, get it out of your system. Okay. Feeling of being stuck is also very internal. When we go into a lot of sessions and we ask people what is happening, so if you have to make this change, we come into a session, we say, I wish to, look really and be at my fittest self. I want to be happy. I want to get on to that next big project. I want to do so many things, but I'm unable to do so. And a lot of questions later, or sometimes right at the start, the feeling that really comes up is the feeling of being stuck. I feel stuck over here. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move ahead. So do any of you feel stuck? Do any of you feel like you've been stuck in any pattern, stuck in any space within your life? Think about it, see, make note about it. A big pointer that comes to mind when coming to the feeling of being stuck and getting out of it. Why is it that there's so many people that show up, that are viewing the video now, they're viewing the video later, they're making sure they're giving it that time and still taking the action steps that are required to make that change, somewhere seem to be faltering? Why is it that so many people, when we've done exhibitions as well, and you'll do a tarot reading or you'll do a future reading for them, you'll tell them, I'm going to do some downloads, as long as it's only receiving and there's no action that I need to take in that, there's no accountability that I need to have within that. I need to be there, receive, and that's that. There's a queue of people that'll wait to know, oh, what does the future hold for me? Or they will have the question as to, these are the things that are wrong within my life. Why are they happening? So what is the past that caused it? Or what is the future what is it that the future holds for me? But the minute that conversation becomes about how you need to have a part in creating that future, even if it's a positive note where you tell a person at this point, with the way you're living your life, it's looking like the situation is pretty stagnant, but you could shift it. That shows a big scope of change if you're going to take those action steps, and these are the action steps you need to take, and we could change that. So forget a tarot reading, that could be a simple health report that tells you that as well, right? We go get a health report done, we get a blood test done, and your report tells you that, okay, so currently the way you're leading your life, your cholesterol level is X, your sugar level is X, which means the future looks pretty stark. If you continue in this way, it means that you do have a probability of a heart attack. But any doctor, any practitioner will tell you that you have the scope to change it if you're changing your lifestyle habits, if you're changing your diet habits, if you're changing those things, you can bring your cholesterol down. You can change that. Anytime you get a health report, the doctor is probably going to tell you that. They will look at the health reports, they will see whatever's good on the health report, they will tell you whatever's lacking on the health reports and tell you that this is what, where we have a problem and this is what you can do to change it. But how many of us feel motivated to change it? How many of us have the discipline to make that change a consistent change that is there? So many times we simply falter at the first step itself, which is the acceptance stage. The acceptance that I could have this issue, that I really need to look at this issue and to address it. That if I don't address this issue now, then it is something that could be toxic for me. That could really cause a lot of problems. Once that acceptance comes, or once we even have to look at the situation where we're stuck, so many times there's a paralyzing fear that takes place. And this I'm saying not even in the worst case scenario. What will happen? How will I make this change? How am I supposed to do so many things? Where will I find the time? Will I be able to do this? Is it possible? What if things go wrong? What we're looking at addressing, what we wish to do the entire week, which is why I'm just taking you through the pointers. We'll be sitting, we'll be doing the releases in a systemized manner. First for the acceptance, then for the fears that are there. Vachara, do you want to have something to say? Because I saw a hand raised. So fear of all these things that are there. We'll be taking note of the fears that you're feeling, looking at doing those releases. This is not just for a health report. This is for anything. A person is in a relationship which is not working right for them. A person is in a job that they want to get out of and really pursue what they want to do. So many people, and now is the time where people are actually having the courage to make shifts within their career, to change things within their career, to say, okay, I'm going to, take a chance and do what I've wanted to do my whole life. So many people generationally, we've seen our parents, our grandparents sticking at something because that was need-based. They had to do it to keep their family afloat. That, okay, this is the job, and if I pursue my dreams, then how will my family survive? So even at the point where sometimes we just keep on going with the same thing for the fear of how. So I wish to leave this job, but how? What? Now, in today's situation where so many of us might have the financial situation as well, that is all right, that can support us. We have another 2 people in the family that are earning. Still today, when I want to pursue my dreams, when I want to do that class, when I want to learn, when I want to tell people that, okay, I'm doing healing, or I am running my own business, or anything that may be there. The fear of going wrong, the fear of failing, the fear of, will I be able to do it? The fear of people laughing at me, the fear of judgment. More so the fear of me not even following through. I will start, but then I don't know what the next step is. It's a new avenue for me. So all these fears, today I'll be doing just downloads for all of you. So I'm running you through each of these pointers. Anything that comes to mind, you're free to share it with us on personal chat. You share it with us on personal chat, we'll take note of it, we'll make sure to incorporate that in the releases so that you can each benefit from whatever it is that is keeping you stuck. Being stuck, choosing to be stuck is always a choice. It's a choice that makes us very, very comfortable. It brings us to one of the primal fears that each of us hold, which is the fear of the unknown. So today, it's not something to beat ourselves up about as to why am I not strong enough? Why am I not taking that step? We look at people, we look at how well they're doing, and we go like, wow, they're so incredible. In spite of their situation, they just decided to, do something with their lives, and look at where they're going. When will I ever do that? The choice to make that change is with you, and it's right here with you. The reason we've even thought of doing it as a week-long module is simply that. We want to give you the opportunity to take this hands-on, to begin and just remove every block that there is. Because when we do, we really can shine. And that's the surprising part, right? You talk to people about living their best life. You're going to rise. You're going to be living to your potential. You're going to get that chance to do what you've always dreamed of doing. You're going to be looking your fittest self. Why is it that when people go to the gym as well, they go to the gym, they go to a dietitian, of course they know that now the reason for me joining is to improve my health, to be fitter. Which means today, if I cannot jog even like for 300 meters, after me building my strength, I will be able to jog for kilometers. I will feel so good. I will look at myself in the mirror and feel healthy, feel fit, feel beautiful. So many people come and say, like, I just feel horrible looking at myself in the mirror because I know I'm not doing justice to my body. I know I'm not taking those steps. So we know also so many times we don't know if the outcome is something that's going to be rewarding enough. Still, I say it's a chance to pursue your dreams. So what's stopping you? I asked for that dream. I said I really want to do this. And yet I cannot get myself to take that first step to do that. But so many times the reward is very clear, right? Now, changing a job, changing a relationship is something that could be an uncertain that is there. Now, here, when I'm going to that gym, when I'm going to that instructor, I know that the outcome is only going to be better than where I've started. If I'm following it, the outcome can only be better. Still, what stops me? I want that outcome. I'm paying money for that outcome. I'm ready to go for that outcome. What stops me? A fear of the unknown stops me. Getting out of my comfort zone stops me. A fear of the unknown is such a primal fear that all of us hold. It's almost a survival level fear that is there that we hold, which is why it's so important that we consciously address that fear. It's also the biggest reason most people stay in an environment that's not healthy for them. That most people do not have the courage to take that first step. Because by simple logic, our conscious mind, our subconscious mind says anything that is a known to me is a comfortable situation, even if it is something that is not good for me. It's a known situation. It's a comfortable situation. The minute I have to take a step ahead, the minute I have to pursue getting into that unknown situation, being in that unknown situation, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. That fear of the unknown brings up a lot of survival instincts within us. What, how, where can I do it? How will I be able to do this? Those survival instincts get the better of us, and we say, you know what? I'd love to do this, but maybe not today. We wait till a situation pushes us to the edge. And then we go like, okay, now I need to do something about it. Being challenged is also a way that a lot of us choose to work. So being challenged, being pushed to the edge, going to a point where you're literally at breaking point. And like we say, when you've reached rock bottom, the only way ahead is up. And that's when we will begin to make our journey of change. And that is something that we have made also very acceptable within society. How is that so? That is because when we have a lot of people, and you tell them what you do, and they will say, oh, Yeah, I want to, great. It sounds great, but I have no problems in my life. And then you sit with them for coffee for 2 hours. And then they'll tell you about a lot of problems within their life. They will tell you about how, yes, just, this last week I was feeling so weak. I don't know. I couldn't get myself to get out of bed. I was talking to my husband and we had so many fights and, this happened. Or I've been in this job and I've been in the same position for so many years. But nothing's changing. Or I would love to do that class with you. I would love to make that trip with you. But my situation won't permit it. They'll talk about their health. They'll talk about so many things. We all do that. I mean, that they is us, right? About all the situations where we are stuck. But but it's not so bad. So many people have it worse. So our measure for how to see whether a situation is something that needs to be made better is to look around and say, नहीं दूसरों को तो मुझसे भी ज्यादा problem है. So my problem is okay. We normalize the problem. Oh, obesity is it's fine. But that individual is going to face the problem, right? So it's a very simple situation that was shared on messages so many times, where they speak about, if the light goes off in your house, what is the first thing that you do? So in India, the light goes off in your house. The first thing that everyone will do is get out of the house, check if their neighbor's light is gone too. Neighbor का light गया है तो full building का light गया है कि नहीं वो देखो. And the minute they get to know the full building's light is gone, they're satisfied. They come back home and they say, "अरे पूरे building का light गया है." Sit. Because it means somebody else will fix it. Now it's not just my problem that I have to fix, it's everyone's problem. So they will fix it. We can just wait for 2 hours, something will happen. If something doesn't happen, then we'll reevaluate and think about what to do next. If they notice only their floor light is gone, now suddenly from, maybe 50 people solving the problem is only upon 4 or 5 individuals. So now now sometimes they know, right, that the other people in the building could be even lesser bothered on their floor. So, the light is gone now. Here to nobody stays also. So now, let me call the guard. Ask them why the light is gone on my floor. There also the step is what? Just let me ask the guard कि मेरे floor पे क्यों light गया है? अभी उसके आगे आप देख लो. Light is gone only in my house is when I'll be like, okay, let me do something about it. So in general, what happens is when we apply that same logic and that same maths to our everyday life, what happens is I have this problem. I am in a toxic relationship. I am unhealthy. I am unable to keep a resolution. I am unable to pursue my dreams. But you know what? Everyone else is too. And generally, we will invite that circle around us also that has the same issues. Because we pick the energy that we're vibrating at. Which is why when you'll go and meet them and you'll say, this happened, they're like, yeah, I had this problem too. And you feel instantly at ease because you're like, see, everyone has it. It's also your comfort zone. Suddenly, if you're this person who's pursuing all their dreams, always busy, always on their toes, getting things done, they'll be like, you've changed. Well, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. So till it's everyone's problem, it's not my problem. So I can then very happily relax till someone else cracks that problem and we can get going. It's also not a problem we're looking to crack because we're also comfortable right where we are at. We're comfortable because everyone is together. See that comfort of when you're with your family, with your friends, you're happy, sab log same cheez ka complain kar rahe, we're all just sitting here, living that substandard life, and then one person has to get up and go change it. Kabhi hota na, it's even very hot and you say now, go change, put the AC on and the remote is too far. How many times will we be like, let's just wait 5 minutes, chalega. Itna bhi kharab nahi hai. Exactly. Happy was the entire ship sinking. We'll wait. Till one person goes like, it's very hot. I'm going to go and get that remote, and they'll get up and then they'll go. So we're going to work on getting out of that comfort zone that is there. Creating that change for ourselves. Removing the feeling of stuck as much as we can. Taking it head on. A big part of that will be acceptance, choosing to change. The only reason we're thinking of giving this as a poll, decide how many people are ready to give in that commitment, that time, that everything. If I have 50 plus people that are doing that, I will do it as a free module. We will do understandings, releases, downloads, everything. You all have experienced what those sessions are like. If there are not, we'll put a minimal fee. But we want people who want to make that change. Let's make this change happen. Tell whoever you feel could benefit from it. It doesn't matter if they've not heard any session before. But whenever we are going to be stuck, we're going to create an energy around us that is stagnant, because then we have that comfortable moat to be in. If any part of that moves, we are forced to rise. It's like when you're sleeping and in the morning somebody puts the fan off, somebody takes that blanket off, somebody puts the light on. Any of those parts changing from my comfort level will automatically get me to get up. Or at least be like, oh, okay, I want to sleep some more. But it gets a part of us awake. So let's work on moving out of our comfort zones, releasing those fears, accepting that, yes, this is where either I am feeling stuck or I'm unable to move forward. So that applies even if we are unable to move forward and create change at the level or at the speed that we want to. I have these dreams. What is stopping me now? And there are people I've seen who really go forward and move and pursue those dreams. We had a 50-year-old who would come, and she had a daughter who was 5, a son who was 9, a daughter who was 5. And I remember her coming in and, saying that, okay, this day I have my ballet class. And we're like, what? And she said, no, I wanted to pursue ballet my whole life and I couldn't. And then I was going to drop my daughter off to ballet school and I realized, I can do it now. She found herself in adult ballet school, started joining it at the age of 50, at the age where people are like, I don't know whether I'll be able to do it. Ballet is a lot of discipline, a lot of straight posture. You have to maintain that posture. You have to maintain all of that. It requires strength. She joined ballet, she joined taekwondo. She said, that way I will connect with my kids and also I will pursue my dreams. She simply came to us with the understanding of, when I realized this whole situation, I asked myself, I understand I had XYZ situation in the past. What is stopping me now? Can I do it? So why should I not? And that simple understanding, that simple point of starting is where she started, decided to move forward with it. Same thing I ask you all today. What is stopping you now? If that resource is simply sitting at your doorstep, you have to do nothing for it. You have to just come there, decide to make the change and literally do this and take in the downloads. What is stopping you now? Okay, so let's make that change happen. If there's nothing stopping you for pursuing your dream, then you're still there. If you see being stuck as something that's within your environment anywhere, any situation, money, cases going on, properties not getting sold, anything at all, where there is that, thing where it's not moving forward, there's a stagnancy, then that is a release that's required for you as well. So let's release being stuck. Let's get to the point where we're really at our best. I'm going to look at the chat if there was anything that's there. I'm on a new laptop today, so that's getting out of my comfort zone and also seeing what is there. Fear of letting go. So holding on, constantly working towards a goal, that's My block that stops me. Okay, perfect. Each of you that have messaged, send it to us on personal chat as well. When we're going to be taking the poll in the evening, we'll be deciding the timings as well. So if you do, I mean, we'd mostly be doing it the same timing. If there's anything else, we'll be making all those decisions and putting it out by evening on the groups to take the poll to see how many people really want to get in the movement of releasing wherever and why they're stuck. Then we'll welcome all these thoughts or anywhere where you feel you may be getting stuck. That's why we've rushed over the pointers that are there so that you have those in mind. Anything that comes to you, put that on there. While we are in the bandwidth where we can address your issue, we're very, very happy to do that. Because what feels like my own issue is something that most people might be living with. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about dependency, about greed, about need also, which is a major reason for being stuck sometimes. It's not just about our comfort zone. Sometimes it is something where I need that situation to be there. Because if I'm thrown out on my own, how will I survive? Every aspect, every element we're going to talk about, we're going to be doing releases together as a group, together as a unit, and getting this out of our systems. Okay. So I'm just going to connect to some quick downloads for everyone, and then we're going to wrap this session. So would each of you like to know that I know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of change, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for my life to change, for my life to better, for me to change, for me to create change for myself, that I choose to create change, that I know that change can be gentle, that change can be fun, that change can be a happy change for myself, that I know how to create positive changes within my life, positive shifts within my life in a happy and balanced manner without the fear of everything tumbling over. That I know that I deserve to have positive shifts happening within my life, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to experience flow, knowing and understanding the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of flow, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to live my daily life, flowing ahead in life, flowing through life, knowing that I choose to flow through life, knowing that I choose to flow ahead in life, releasing the, any need within me to invite stagnancy within my life, that I know what it feels like to flow with the flow of life, to take charge of life, and to yet enjoy the ride, to know that I'm allowed to enjoy the flow of life, and that I trust myself to do well in the flow of life as I trust myself to live my life to my highest potential, knowing that I'm ready to live my life to my highest potential, trusting that the shifts required for the same are shifts that I can make happily and joyously, that I choose to make these shifts happily, joyously, and easily within my life, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to move forward within my life, and that I choose to do so now. That I know the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of motivation and persistence, and that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to be motivated towards this shift, to be persistent in terms of getting out of my comfort zone and knowing that wherever I am in alignment with my truest self and with my potential is where I will automatically shine, that I know what it feels like to be able to move forward in life with joy, with grace, with happiness, and to know that I'm allowed to be unstuck, that I am allowed to fly, that I'm allowed to soar, and that I allow myself to do that now, that I deserve that now, that I choose that now. Would you like these downloads into every cell, atom, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all four levels of your belief systems, and in any and every language ever known or understood by you for your highest and best and in your highest and best manner? Say yes to receive this download. And as you do, simply visualize, simply imagine this beautiful waterfall of energy that has all the feelings that we just took permission to download entering your system. It's beautiful light, gently cleansing your system, scrubbing it just a little bit, shaking it up, getting you ready for change, getting you ready, getting you charged up. And at the same time, energizing you with health, with joy, with happiness, with balance, with harmony. Knowing that you can do it and that you deserve to do it. That this is your life and you're ready to take charge now. And whenever you feel ready, you can come back to this room and open your eyes. You just let everyone come back. So it's your life, and please remember, you and only you can make it better. I understand we've all been there. I've been there, you've been there, where we feel stuck when a situation just feels like it goes on forever. It feels better, and then you're back there again. The reason to take this up is because we really want to get that grind that builds up on that situation out of your way. Give you every tool so that we can make that change for us happen. Everyone feels stuck, and at that point, it feels like it's the end of the world, because no matter what I do, this stays the same. This person will always stay the same. These people will always undervalue me. My body just simply cannot change. This habit is too difficult to get out of. People will not ever understand me. But please understand that a very important part of all of those equations is you. You are at the center of it. And I understand when the situation feels really hard as well, but let's just work on you for now. And let's just work on changing that most important part of that equation, the most important part of that symphony, and that's you. And do it for yourself, make that change for yourself, and then let everything else fall where it must. So we'll share the details with you all very, very soon. Please let us know. And if that is something we all are on board with, we'll get it started ASAP and get everyone on this journey. We'll do some beautiful releases, beautiful downloads. We want to understand it, make that change, so none of us come up again with an excuse of, but I just couldn't. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the resources. Let's make our life happen. Okay. So take care. Have a very, very good day. Think about it. Think about anything that's blocking you. We'll make a shift. And we'll do this together. All right. See you. Thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.